decades of CASA for Kids Incorporated advocacy for children and their families. If you're a part of the event committee, board, staff, or volunteer, please stand up. We want to give you guys some love. Members of the event committee, the board, staff, volunteers, yeah, this all happened because of you. Thank you so much. Special thanks to CASA's child welfare partners, Ingham County Family Court, Judge McCormick, Ingham County Circuit Court, Judge Jamo, Eaton County Family Court, Judge Pollard, Child and Family Charities, Ingham County Prosecutor's Office, Guardian Ad Litems, and so many more. We now humbly thank and recognize all those who sponsored our event this evening. Our premier sponsors include Iron Horse Excavation LLC and AIS Construction Equipment Corporation, in honor of Luann Vivian Scripter, and the Holbanis. Our Story Changer sponsor is Jackson National Life Insurance. Our champions, Hastings Holiday Inn Express, IBEW, Local 665. Our Guardian level sponsorship, Comerica Bank. Advocate level sponsors include Auto Owners, Barkford Legal, Sinair, Hastings Mutual, Tricia and Jared Warren, Thornburg, For Good Foundation, Wealth Advisors of the Great Lakes, MSU FCU, and Dart Bank, as well as the many, many businesses and individuals who supported at the VIP level. Quick mobile note, we really appreciate you taking a moment to follow us on our event page and social media, but please put your phones on silent. I want to welcome up now a couple of our sponsors to share their thoughts this evening. We'd like to hear from AIS and Iron Horse Frank Pitlawani, as well as the Hilbanis. Shilpa Hilbani is going to be here and share a few words with us, and Danielle Robinson from Jackson, our Story Changer sponsor as well. If you could join me up on stage. Frank and I coordinated our outfits for the evening.
You got wider stripes. You got better stripes than I do.
So please share with us what motivates you to sponsor.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Cool. I guess as I was reading about this, and a family, basically a business associate, which eventually became friends, which were the Hugheses, and understanding their story and their background from growing up in Ludington, and David Hughes, as I did the thing is, I'm looking at it later today, and I go, how many of you, with a raise of hands, have children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews? It's almost all of you. And it's pretty amazing. So close your eyes right now, and imagine all the good times, the warmth and the joy in your hearts. And just take about 5 seconds and think about that. Now imagine that same thing turned upside down. And what's the first thing that happens in your hearts and in your minds and in your thoughts? There's 15,000, this comes right off of CASA's page for the state, 15,000 abused and neglected kids in the state of Michigan. That's a big number. CASA serves 1,500. That's only 10%. That's pretty scary. In what is one of the greatest countries of the world that we have, we're only servicing, and then, I mean, you could expend it, and 15,000 is just a number. It's probably way higher than that, based upon the counties that might not go it. Of those 15,000 of that CASA served, they currently have 800 volunteers in what is needed 5,500 volunteers. And when you think about that, that number is even more astounding, because we need more volunteers. CASA's, and this comes off their own website, it's about putting the best interests of the abused and neglected to a higher sense of urgency and needs. They advocate for safety, permanence, and well-being. They develop a relationship and understanding of the child. That means they get in depth. That means they understand the kids. That isn't just, hey, I'm here filling out my little checklist, and is this good and this good? It's not about the checklist. I mean, how many of us run our whole lives on checklists? And that tie-in to those kids that you're going to build those long-term relationships with, and then you hopefully get them to the next step. It's a lot out of that individual and that volunteer, and it takes a lot of special people. And I'm sure there's a lot more of those special people in here because it's all easy for us to write a check. It's very easy for us to write a check. But my challenge to all of you, are you ready to make the next step? Are you willing to devote your time and develop your time to give to an association where those kids, it isn't about, when we look at status, and I happen to be I had been a previous school board member, and people would come up to me and say, oh, that's the worst job in the world. It was the best job in the world. Because the reason was I didn't get paid a lot, but the decisions we made was about the success of those kids 10 years from now. It wasn't about their test scores. It's about if they were better and more successful. And if we focused on that, if you give some of your time, just in 1 hour a year, if all of us, and I think if I figured it out right, there's about 600 people here. That's 600 hours. And we all could give up that. I mean, how much time do we spend on our phones just looking at texting and playing a game or things that don't matter? And here you have an opportunity to affect kids' lives forever. Forever, not just for the moment. So as I've enjoyed, as we've all been enjoying this great, awesome meal we've had, how are you going to get back with your time, not just with your money? Now, we want your money. We want to make sure you all go with empty wallets, and because there is a cost to that. But how much are you willing to give up your time? Because guess what? It's real easy to sit here because you all came here, and hey, you put some money on it, on some silent auctions, but it's your time is what we need. So the guy that slew the giant, David, in Proverbs 11, verse 24 to 25, he mentioned, give freely and become more wealthy, or be stingy and lose everything. What are you? Thank you.
Thank you. Frank Pitlawani, AIS and Iron Horse. Hi, Shilpa. Shilpa Hobani, a co-sponsor for this evening.
Hi. Wow, I'm a little short, so can I sit here? Only 5'1" here. Hi, everyone. Mine is super short and sweet. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but thank you for being here tonight on such a special occasion. My name is Shilpa, as she mentioned. I'm honored to be here tonight and to be speaking for a cause that is very dear to my heart. We are here not only for CASA kids, but to honor someone named Luann Vivian Scripter. Just wanted to make sure that was up. She was a special education teacher for 40 years, and she changed many children's stories and lives. I met Luann when I was 15 years old, and she still lives in my heart. I still call her Mom. She instilled so many critical values in my life that align with the goals of CASA. To give when you can, and to protect the lives of children, we're among the few. My passion for helping others is also a testament to Luann. As you can see, she was actually with me during my swearing-in ceremony. I think that was like 6 years ago. And she supported me in many ways throughout most of my life, and during the 2 years when I was a volunteer as a CASA. I know if Luann were here, she would be so proud of CASA and the work that we still do. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to keep her legacy alive.
Thank you, Shilpa Hobani, our co-premier sponsor, and our Story Changer sponsor, Jackson, Danielle Robinson.
Thank you. Well, good evening. It's good to be with all of you. On behalf of all of us at Jackson, I have to say how pleased we are to once again be supporting CASA and this evening's gala. I want to say thank you to the other sponsors who came before me, and then also all the sponsors you heard about in the program. You know, no one company, no one donor does this work alone, and all of us help contribute to the good work that happens at CASA, and I'm just grateful that Jackson can stand alongside you and support this cause. And while providing financial support for CASA is the reason we're all here tonight, I'd also like to recognize the people who take our donations and put them into action for kids in our community. Thank you, Rachel. I don't know where you've gone to, but thank you, Rachel, and your wonderful, committed team. Your commitment has generated excellent outcomes and growth over the last few years for CASA, helping the agency reach even more young people, so congratulations. We're so proud of what you're doing. I also want to say thanks to the CASA board members who are here, including my Jackson colleague, David Linehan, who serves on the board. You know, boards of directors don't often get the praise that they, I think, merit. It's a hard job, and your leadership really makes a big difference, so I'm grateful. All right, well, let's have a terrific evening supporting CASA together. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle Robinson. Thank you, Jackson. Now we get to hear from Rachel Swedberg, the Executive Director of CASA. She's going to share some more about the organization and all that they do.
Sorry, I missed my cue. Thank you so much, Deb. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us in celebrating children and families throughout the ages at our 10th annual Evening to Change a Child's Story, a decade of our largest fundraising event to date. You may have noticed my nod to Audrey Hepburn this evening. Her films primarily span the 1950s and 60s. These 2 decades were a time where we saw the beginning of tremendous growth in support of child welfare in our country, such as federal funding for foster care, adult and child mental health services, and the establishment of Medicaid. Secondly, the 1960s was the last decade before the court-appointed special advocate, or CASA, model began. It was in 1977 when a Seattle family court judge, Judge Sukup, saw a need and then developed a pilot program to train community volunteers to serve as the judges, as he liked to call it, eyes and ears. These volunteers ensured a child's voice was heard and their needs were met. The program was so successful that it rapidly spread throughout the country. Some of you may know Judge Sukup passed away very recently in December of 2023. 6 decades of his legacy. And we continue that on today. Our CASA volunteers undergo extensive training for their role: education in child development, strength-based advocacy, cultural needs, trauma, community resources, and the court and child welfare systems. Once they have completed their training, they are sworn in by a family court judge, and then they are assigned to one child or one sibling group. They stay with them for the entirety of their case, visit with them weekly. This creates a rapport and trust, allowing the child's perspective and the advocate to use this to make sure that their unique needs are met. There is no other agency outside of the foster care system that provides advocacy specifically for a child like this. CASA for Kids has been dedicated to changing children's stories for just over 33 years, or 3 decades, and we began our work in Berry County, expanding into Eaton and then Ingham counties in later years. In the last decade alone, we have trained over 175 volunteers and have advocated for 500 children. This is all thanks to our generous supporters like you and our community partners. We know this work is not and cannot be done in a silo, and CASA needs partners to ensure the best outcomes for children and their families. Resources to strengthen and support them, education to grow them into places where they can thrive, and finally, a good understanding of history. As I look around tonight, I see many bright decades, all of which brought critical changes for the child welfare and children in our communities. These decades also showed systemic issues that have long impacted children and their families. Storytelling remains a crucial way to share our history and to learn from it. This education and awareness at events like tonight brings me hope as we learn from history and grow into the next 3 decades in Barry, Eaton, and Ingham counties, strengthening families and advocating for children alongside all of you. And now it is my honor to welcome Jasmine Eastman, a dedicated foster and adoptive parent who has worked with one of our CASA volunteers. She has generously agreed to share her family story with you all tonight.
Welcome. I am honored to be here. When CASA approached me and asked me if I would be willing to share our family story on how CASA has impacted our lives, it was an easy yes. But it was a yes that came with consideration for our children's privacy. In my heart, I know that our ability to share our story and be transparent tonight is important to the greater good of our community. We plan for our kids to know their story and that their story very much includes CASA. So tonight I will be telling you a little bit about that. Everyone in this room is likely connected to this cause in at least one or sometimes in many ways. Some of us are survivors of child abuse and neglect. Many of us are court staff, advocates, CASA workers, prosecutors, defense attorneys, judges, volunteers, and guardian ad litems. Several of you may have had a parent or a friend who was a foster parent, or maybe you are a foster parent or adoptive parent. I think I even see a few DHHS workers out there too. No matter why you are here, what connection you have a heart for children. And you, in one way or another, have been in the trenches. My husband and I said we would get married, buy a big house, sell our homes, merge his son with my 5 kids, and adopt one boy, 8 to 10 years old. We did not expect to end up in the trenches with all of you, but we are so glad we did. Enter our first foster child, Elliot. He is now our adoptive son. He began his move to our home in July of 2021, and he already had a CASA volunteer. If you can put up the picture of Elliot and Carrie. This is the part that I'm going to try not to cry and not to make Carrie cry. Where's Carrie anyways? There's Carrie. She's already losing it. Carrie, stand up for a second. This is Carrie. I want to tell you about how much my son loves this lady. Carrie was his advocate. If you have met Elliot, you know he is the sunshine of this earth. He struggles with his trauma. He was 2 when he was removed from his home, and his trauma is associated with not being provided food. His CASA worker was so trauma-informed, she was able to hone in on this and advocate for his unique needs. When I say Carrie's name, my son lights up. My son turned 6 the other day. Carrie is invited every year to his birthdays and to a lot of our family celebrations. She shares a bond with my son. She is actually the longest person he has known that he still knows in his life right now. She knew him before I held him. She has been a rock to me and a sounding board as we navigated PTSD, sensory processing disorder, anxiety, ADHD, and have had to advocate for special education services, all while having Carrie walk the trenches with us during COVID nonetheless. He was in foster care for 1,006 days. The next son we adopted, completely different case, but his name is Nate. Where is my dear friend Jasmine? There she is. Stand up, Jasmine. This is Jasmine Smith. She is a DHHS licensing worker. And I'm gonna make her cry. We call her our stork. She placed both of my boys in our home, and she was actually a neighbor before, and friend before any of this happened. This lady asked me if I was willing to take a baby for the weekend. And my husband was gone that weekend, and he said, I don't care what you do this weekend. So his nickname is The Weekend. We all had colds that weekend, and Jasmine knew we had a baby crib set up because we had been helping a foster family with a respite placement. So we would just take the baby once in a while for, 15 days or less. Well, that crib was still up because nobody had taken it down. And they had a baby that needed a placement for the weekend, clear from COVID and send back to the rehab. That was the instructions. It was a very long weekend. And Taylor Allman, where are you? This is Taylor. She is a DHHS caseworker. Now they're all wondering, oh, okay, this is why you invited me. She's an amazing caseworker. And she would work with Carrie. And we would work as a team. Our first foster son's CASA involvement had ended, so Elliot's case was closed up, termination was done. Carrie was no longer needed on that case, and conveniently, Nate needed a CASA worker. And Carrie already knew our family, so the CASA team decided she could be appointed again as a CASA for our second son. Our second son entered foster care exactly 1 year to the exact day as our first son. They dropped him off at 11:30 at night, and I would have to take him to the hospital the next morning. He had RSV. He was 8 months old, but only the size of a 2-month-old, weighing only 13 pounds. He would only drink 2 ounces at a time, and he had no hunger cues. He was diagnosed with failure to thrive, and he wasn't even growing on the charts for height and weight. He was off the charts. He wasn't even on it for height, weight, or head circumference. We had to teach him to eat. For nearly 2 years, we tracked calories, added calorie gainer formula, woke up sometimes every 3 hours to push bottles that we fortified to the max. Sometimes we were still often told that if he didn't gain weight by Monday, so it would be a Friday visit for a weight check, if he didn't gain weight by Monday, they would hospitalize him, and then if he didn't eat, he would probably be placed on a feeding tube. Carrie and Taylor helped to advocate for support. We drove an hour. My husband and I decided that he really needed this specialized feeding therapy, and we drove an hour and a half for one of the best feeding therapists in the state to help him learn to eat and feel safe. We were willing to do this out of pocket. However, these two geniuses tapped into some local resources and were able to get reimbursement for us. The cost of feeding therapy is $180 a week, just so you know. We learned that attachment is crucial to babies, learning to recognize and respond to hunger cues. Our CASA worker was instrumental in supporting the caseworker and me for problem solving and think through decisions that were best for him. She supported his biological mother in attending parenting time and tried to help her understand his complex medical needs. She helped document his regressions during that case. At times, he was too scared to walk even in Myers, scared of every person who came close to us. If he was triggered, he would be stuck to me like glue, and I baby wore him while I did all of the chores of the house for a very long time. He wouldn't let me out of his sight. However, I can report today that he is 3 years old. I don't know what pictures are up there, but he is 3 years old, and he had his appointment this morning, and he is in the 25th percentile for the very first time. He was in foster care for 641 days. CASA advocates are able to help link resources and specialists, make recommendations, and document behaviors that kids can have that can be a big indication of the child's needs so that the parents and caretakers know what to do and what they need to gain skills in. Whether the goal is reunification and the parents need assistance, or whether the goal is adoption and the foster family needs support, CASA is skilled to provide advocacy for a child. For me, our CASA advocate gave me the peace of mind of knowing that every chance was provided for my son's biological mothers. In our house, we call them their tummy moms, to have reunification happen. I can tell my kids what I did to support their tummy moms and what Carrie did to support their tummy moms. Our CASA worker was instrumental in tapping into resources from play therapy to occupational therapy, feeding therapy, speech services at school, and special education services. She came to or was on Zoom for many of the feeding therapies, and so was our caseworker. She accessed therapy and doctor notes. She helped report to the court what was happening developmentally and emotionally with each of our boys. Lastly, for me, she was always there. Foster care, especially when so isolated because of COVID, is just a very isolating time. You're alone. You're dealing with kids' traumas nonstop, and it's exhausting. But also, because of having an infant who needed constant attachment and couldn't be passed off to another person other than my husband, it was just a very sheltering, lonely time for us. The whole time we had Carrie. Our boys and our family needed a CASA advocate. So now I open this up to our auction. This is the time where you can think of the kids that need services, that need somebody in their corner. Caseworkers are great, but they're bogged down with cases. They need help. They need someone to stand there with the kid in the trenches and say, this is what they need, and I see why. Who isn't the foster parent trying to make, a case of something. It's the actual child that they're protecting, that they're reviewing the notes. And so now, this is when you guys do your magic.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for your tremendous compassion and heart. This is how we change children's stories. Bob Howe is ready to take things over for a bit. Where's Bob? There. Oh, there you are. All right, let's go.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice of you to be here tonight. The crowd is bigger every year, and we appreciate that. And what I'd like you to do for me right this minute is take your program, pick up your program, turn it so that that number shows, and show me your number. You're not buying anything. Just show me the number. Show me the number. All right, perfect. Thank you. You can put it down. We'll get to the you'll buy something soon. Got a little hum there. Okay. So we're going to do, if you've not been here before, some of you know what is coming, but some do not. If you've not been here before, we're going to do what we call a reverse auction. And I'm going to start with a high number. Some of us can afford that number, some cannot. The goal is that every one of these programs goes up and we have a team effort to raise money to provide these services to these three counties, the children in these three counties. And so I'd like to encourage you at a level that you're comfortable with to put that number in. We'll record it. And you're not going to take home a silent auction prize or a live auction prize, you're going to take home a receipt and the knowledge of knowing that you made a difference in the lives of children here in our area. So I'd like to start with that little bit higher number and see if there's someone in the crowd who'd be willing to donate $5,000. Is there a $5,000 bid in the room? All you have to do is put that number up, 5,000, 5,000 anywhere. This is called Fund the Mission. 5,000, one last call. Anyone at 5,000? 2,500, is there one in the room? 5,000, 20, where's that, please? Number up. Oh, couple times. 167 at 2,500. 216 at 2,500. Look at that. Already $5,000 we have. Anyone else at 2,500? 2,500 anywhere. 25? $1,000 where? $1,000. Right here, 147 at 1,000. Number 357. Number 269. That's 269 at $1,000. It is number 212 at $1,000. You know, if we had one more of those, we'd be at 10. One more. Is there another 1,000? Right here, 161. Thank you so much. 161. And we have another, number 274. Thank you, sir. Number 274 at $1,000. Who else at 1,000? Who else at 1,000? 1,000 anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, $500. 500, if you can. 144 at 500. 144 at 500. It is number 108. 108 at 500. 391. Number 338. 338 at 500. And right this way, number 241. Thank you. Number 241 is at $500. 500. Now we'll get to the place where we can all play. I know we will. Anyone else at 500? 500 anywhere. 500, 500. And remember, they will take your credit card. $250, please. 250. Number 145. 145. Number 169. 169. Number 253. 253. Thank you. Number 171. 171. Number 138. 138. 129. 129. Number 337. Thank you. Number 337. Number 113. 113 at 250. Number 296. That's 296. At 250, 155 at 250, 190, thank you so much. Number 190, number 106 at 250, number 331, thank you so much. 173, number 111, thank you. Number 111, 228 at 250, number 149, number 370, number 321, thank you, Rachel. Number 321, number 203, that's 203 at 250. Number 355, number 165, number 233, number 180 at $250. Number 424, number 308, thank you so much. Number 308, number 329 at $250. Who else? Who else at 250? Right there, it's 137. 137. So thank you. Thank you. A number that will work for a lot of you. Whoop, right there is number 417. 417 at 250. Number 324. 324 at 250. Who else at 250? Who else at 250? All right, here we go. $100. $100 right here. I'm going to start on this side. Number 258. It's 258. Number 235. 235. Number 198. Thank you. 198. Number 419. 419. Yeah, I got it. 206. Unless you want to do it again. Did you get 206? Yep, okay. Number 396. 396 at 100. Number 100 at 100. Thank you. You had your number already ready, didn't you? Right there, number 294, 294. Number 420, 420, thank you. Number 252, 252. Number 249, 249 at 100. Number 196, 196. Number 283, thank you. Number 283. Coming this way, 174, 174 at $100. It is 291, way back there, number 291, number 162, thank you, 162, number 214, 214, number 325, 325, it is 119, 119, and 153, 153 at $100, it is right here, and 168, 168, it is 256, 256, 210, 210, thank you. It is 262, 262 at $100. Whew. I like the way you're working me. You're doing a great job. You know, if we're just getting started out, maybe all we can afford is $50. If you can afford $50 and like to help, put your number up. $50 anywhere? $50 right here, 207, thank you, 207. Number 367, 367. Number 182, 182. Number 109, 109 at $50. Number 166, 166. Number 238, 238 at $50. It's number 387, 387. Number 273, 273. Number 348, thank you. Number 348. Number 157, 157 at $50. Number 204, 204 at $50. It is that way, number 375. Thank you so much. 375. It is 265. 265. Anyone else? Anyone else? Well, a lot of you joined the team. A lot of you will make a difference. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have, now I might ask for just a little more help. Just a little more, okay? I had a goal in mind. So, we have just raised, in this very short period, $24,050. So, absolutely, congratulations to you, but I want to push just a little harder. You knew that, right? I'd like to get to that 25,000. I think that will be a record for us in this room and this event. Is there some help out there that we could get another $950? Not all at once, in little bites, but if we could get a little help, I'd like to get to 25,000. Any help here? I know I drained you hard, right? Way out there. Is that 500, sir, or 50? $50. Yes, sir. Number 291. 291 at $50. Thank you, sir. Who else? Right here, number 357. 357. $250 right there. Wow, thank you. Number 150. Another 250 right there. That's 550. I think we have only 400 to go. 150 was the number. Who else? It is number upside down. Number upside down is number 379. 379. $100. Thank you. And I think we need 300 more in any kind of bites you'd like. Another 50. Number 169 takes 50. Number 202. 50. Number 336. 200. Number 295. 200, sir? 200 at Okay, and then this number, sir, is again, I'm sorry, number 295, and you said 200, correct? All right, that's 200. Anyone else? Anyone else? Ladies, you've been ladies and gentlemen, you've been extremely, not just the ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been extremely generous. We have raised, Brad, $25,200. Absolutely terrific. Thank you. Thank you, Deb.
What a delight. Thank you all for your generosity. Bradley Stoker, Bob Howell, Epic Auctions, and Estate Sales LLC are now ready to roll with a live auction. Get your game face on if you're ready to compete. You've seen these prizes. These are nice prizes out there. Exciting adventures await you with what's on the block tonight. First off, we are going to start with the California Wine Bundle. 12 bottles from Precedent Wines. Their winemaker, Nathan Sandler, is originally a Lansing local who relocated after traveling the world to learn more about winemaking and is currently the head winemaker at Thomas Fogarty Wines in the Santa Cruz Mountains in California. The 2013 Old Vine Zinfandel from the Avonlejo Vineyard was planted in 1890. It is one of the oldest vine Zinfandel vineyards in the world. Wines from vineyards like this are unique and cannot be replicated anywhere. California's greatest gift to the vinous world. These gentlemen are going to see who wants it the most.
All right, it is time for wine. Does anybody here like to have a glass of wine? Hold up your hand. Who likes wine? I like wine. All right, there we go on the California Wine Bottle. Ladies and gentlemen, start me out at $1,000. I need $1,000. 200 and now 300. Here to get on, want to get 300. Here to get on, want to get 3. Put them on to get 300. I've got 2 to start, and now 300. 300, 400. Bob, I'm at 3. Want to get 4. I'm going to get 400. Here to get on, want to get 300. Here to get on, want to get 400. And 4 here to get on, want to get 400. I need 400, and now 500, and now 600. Sir, what do you get on? But what do you get 600? I'm at 5. What do you get 600? Here to get on, what do you get 600? I get 500 here. What do you go 600? I want to here to get on, what do you 600? 600, 600. Thank you. And now 700. And 7 here to get on, but I get 7 here again. You need, with the hat, you've got to have a glass of wine. 700. I got 600 here to get on, what do you get 7 here to get on, what do you get 700? And 7 here to get on, what do you get 7 where? And 600 here to get on, but I get 7 1, but what do you get 700? 700. Are you sure? I've got 600 here. 1 1 more. Sir, it's an auction, and it's your turn. I'm at 700. 650. I never thought of it. And now 700. And 7 here to get on. What do you get 7 here to get on? But I get 700. Don't miss it for $50. And 700 here to get on. But I get 700 here to get on. What do you get 700? I think I would here to get on. But I get 700. She said yes. And now 750. And 750. I've got him, and now 750. I'm going to get 7 here to get on, but I get 750. I've got 700, but going to get 750 where? And 750 here to get on, but I get 750. 750, 750, yes sir, yes. One more time. I've got 700. One more time, but I get 750. Last call. Sold it. $700 right there. Buyer number is. What's that buyer number, Bob? 167167.
All right, next up, 6, the musical for 4 with dinner and overnight stay for 2. Enjoy Night Out on the Town with 4 tickets to 6, the musical, May 15, 2024, 7:30, part of the Broadway at Wharton Center series and the Wharton Center for Performing Arts, MSU campus, of course. Also, dinner for 4 at On V in downtown Lansing. This package includes an overnight stay and breakfast in the beautiful Marriott East Lansing at University Place. Gentlemen.
What a nice item right here. Who'll give $1,000? I'm at $1,000, but now one number to 1,000, one, and now 1 number to 1,200 where? I'm at 12, and now 12, and now 12 number to 1,200, 11 to 12, 12, 12, but 1,200 where? I'm at 1,000, now 1,200, and 1,200, 11 to 12, number to 1,200, 11 to 12, 12, 12, but 1,200. I need 1,200 anywhere. What a great night. An anniversary, a birthday, whatever. 1,200, let's go. 1,200, 1,200, 1,200. Ask them if they'd like to raise their own bid to 1,200. Just. Why not? It's all for charity. One time. Is that you? I sold it to you. Your bidder number is 3. Oh, that was not the. Oh. I thought she was bidding against herself. I like it when they do that. So she's new bid, right? we're good at 12, and she's the original bidder. Okay, well then you did. You know, a special thanks to you because that shows where your heart is, and I really appreciate it. $1,200, thank you, and your bidder number is $379 for $1,200. $379 for $1,200.
Next up, Jackson's Lug Nuts Suite for 20 people. June 15th, 2024 game. The most exclusive spot in Jackson Field inside this fabulous luxury suite. Fully furnished, air conditioning, indoor and outdoor balcony seating overlooking the field. This single suite includes 20 tickets, 2 parking passes, catering, access to the clubhouse, and exclusive suite level bar. Who wants it?
I think that is Father's Day weekend.
Oh, Father's Day weekend at the ballpark. Hello.
That is Father's Day weekend. There you go. Buy this package and take dad or whoever you'd like to go. And there to go. You got the Jackson Lug Nut Suite for 20 people. Somebody give me $1,000. Where? Here to get down, what to get 1,000. Here to get down, what to get 1,000. But I'm going to get 1,000. 15. I'm at 1,000. 15. Here to get down, what to get 15. How about 11 now? I'll help you out. 1,100. Here to get down, but I'm going to get 1,100. I've got 1,000 bid. And now 1,100. And here to get down, what to get 11. And now 12. And 12. Here to get down. Ray, would you go 12? I think I would. 1,200. Here to get a 12. 13, Bob. And 13. What to get down, but I get 13. Here to get 13. 14, Ray. And 14. Here to get down, but I get 14. Here to get down, but I get 14. 14. 1,400. 14. Here to get down, but I get 14. Would you go 15, ma'am? 1,500. And now 16, Ray, again. How would I get 16? Here to get down, would I get 16? You're out, Ray. I've got 1,500 here. 16, 1,700. And 17, here to get down, would I get 17? Here to get down, would I get 1,700. For you and 19 of your closest friends. 1,700. I'm at 16 with Bob. Got to be 17. Here to get down, would I get 1,700. 1,700. Ray, one more time. And we might even go with you. 17, and now 1,800 here to get on, but I get 18. Yeah, but I get 18. I've got 17, and now 1,800 where? Here to get on, but I get 17. When to get 18, here to get on, but I get 1,800. 18, here to get on, what I get 18. Anybody else at 1,800? It's for 20 people, June 15th, Father's Day weekend. I've got 1,700. Ray, I can get you in again. And now 17 would get 18. John, help him out. 17 would get 18. Give him a little encouragement. I'm at 17. Here to get on, Monday would get 18. 1,800. Console 1,900 and 18. What do you get 19? What do you get 19? Here to get down. What do you get 19? She's getting the nod the other way. 19. Are you sure? I've got 18 with Bob. What do you get 19? Last call. Sold it $1,800.
And Brad, she knowingly bid against herself so she could help raise money for CASA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shilpa.
Is this your number? Number
All right.
388 at $1,800. Yeah, thank you.
Tonight, Mackinac Island Grand Hotel getaway. Mackinac Island Grand Hotel bed and breakfast package. This is 2 nights in the 1 grand room for 2 people. Dates available between August 13 through October 29 this year. May 3, June 30 next year, subject to availability with a Sunday through Thursday arrival departure pattern. Package also includes the Mackinac Island Ferry Services round trip. I'm not going to leave you up there. And 2-hour bike rentals for 2. Who wants this?
Wow. And this has been one of our features over the years. Every year, it helps us raise a considerable amount of money for CASA. Who'll give? Yes. You got 2,000, 3,000 where? 3,000, 4,000, 4, you blah, 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 4, and 4, now 4. 1,3,500, now 4, and 4, you blah, 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 4,000. I'm at 3,500, now 4, you blah, 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 4,000. I'm at 4, you blah, 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 4,000. 4,000. I tell you what. You said no before I was going to sell it to you for $100, but you said no. Okay. I just checked and I lowered the amount, see? You know, yeah. $3,750 in the house. $3,750. 2 nights, that's right. And the meals and all that's going with it. And if you've never been, you got to do it once, at least. $3,750. $3,750. Sold your way, $3,500, Brad. The number is 108. 108 is your buyer.
Bourbon lovers. Bourbon with the board on the table. Exclusive evening with a CASA for Kids board and executive director at a backyard barbecue for 4. You get to sample 6 unique bourbons. You'll have some appetizers and VIP insight into the organization's mission and growth plans for the future.
Now, for the good or bad of it, I'm likely to attend and bring a pretty good bourbon. I have 36 bourbons in my bar, and most of them are pretty good. I need more. Yeah. Yeah. So, or you could choose not to have me show up as well, if that's your pleasure.
Is that extra?
For an extra 1,000, we will make sure that Bob is not there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bourbon with the Board. This is a priceless package. You get your chance to sit down with the board, learn more about the organization, give them some feedback, and learn what they are doing to help. All right, there to go. Somebody give me $5,000. And 5,000, here to get on, but get 5,000, here to get on, but get 1,000, let's go. And $1,000, here to get on, but get 1,000, here to get on, but get $1,000. I know Bob's got some good bourbon. He always gives me the cheap stuff, but he's definitely got some good ones. $1,000, here to get on, but get 1,000, here to get on, get 500. And 500, but get 5, here to get on, but get 500, where? And 5, here to get on, but get 500. And what are we missing, Bob? On some nice bourbon and a backyard barbecue, give me $500. And 5, here to get on, but get 500, but get 500. And now 750, here to get on, but get 7.5. And 500, here to get on, but get 750. Where? Here to get on, but get 750. And 500, thank you. What do you get? 750, here to get on, but get 750. And 5, here to get on, somebody give me $600. And here to get on, but get 600. And 500, here to get on, but get 600. Priceless package. And here we are selling it for $500. I get 600. And 550, here to get on, but get 500. And now 600, here to get on, but get 600. And everybody else at 600, thank you. And now 7, Bob. And 700, 7, now 800. And 8, but I need 800, here to get on, but I get 800. I need 800 in the back. Gotta be 8, here to get on, but I get 800. 800, here to get on, but I get 8, here to get on, but I get 700 with the Bob. You need to be 800, here to get on one more time. Are we all in? All done. 800 to you. I've got 7 here. What do you get? 800. Sold it with you, Bob. $700 right there, buyer. 274. 274. Tell you what, Bob, I'll sell the next one. You sell the last 2.
Group getaway in Gaylord. Whether you're into skiing, snowmobiling, golfing, aquatic sports, there is an outdoor adventure for everybody at this 3-story Gaylord home. It is within walking distance to downtown restaurants, bars, and businesses. Full home rental for 16 people over a long weekend, Friday through Monday, available September this year through August next year based on availability. Well, let's see what we got.
All right, you know what that's going to cost if you want on Vrbo or Airbnb, any of those sites. So somebody start me out at $4,000 for that package. I need $4,000 where? Here to get on, but to get 4,000, give me 1,000 where? On $1,000, here to get on, but to get 1,000 where? And here to get on, but to get 1,000, here to get on, but to get 1,000, and now $1,250, and 1,000, but to get 12 and a half, $1,250, now $1,500, I would, here to get on, but to get 15, and now $1,750, and now $2,000, $2,000, here to get on, but to get 2,000, I got your $750, unless you want to go $2,000 yourself. I'm at $750 here to get on, what to get 2,000. Are you done? I'm at $1,750 here to get up. No friends at an auction. Give me $2,000. $2,000. I've got $1,750. What to get 2,000. Here to get on, what to get 2,000. I'm at $2,000. And now $2,250. And now $2,250. And now $2,500. And now $2,750. And it's an auction. It's your turn. 27. Would 3,000. 3,500, ma'am. 35, and now 4,000. You thought I was nuts when I said 4,000. There was a reason. And now 35. You need to get them to 35, and now 4,000. I had 4,000. You know where you're going to spend that. You might as well spend it here and take a tax write-off. 4,045 and 45 here to get on, but I get 45 here to get on, but I get 1,000 here to get a minute. I got 4,045 and 45 here to get on. One more time, ma'am. No pressure. I'll take 4,250 one time. 4,250. 4,250. Sold it, $4,000. 391. 391 is your buyer.
A one-night stay with golf and dinner, one-night stay at West Michigan. First, your stay in a lakeside room at the beautiful Bay Point Inn in Shelbyville, followed by complimentary breakfast, golfing at the Legacy, and dinner at the Seasonal Grill.
Here we go. That's what you're gonna buy right here. Nobody $1,000 where? I'm at 1,000. Number 1, number 1,000, number 1, 500. Let's go. I'm at 5 and now 5, 5, 5, blah 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 500, 500, 500, and 5 and now 5 and now 5, 5, 5, blah 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 500, 500, 400 low enough. 400 where? There's 4, 5. I'm at 4, 5, 5, 5, blah, 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 5, 500. I'm at 4, now 5, and now 5, and now 5, 5, 5, blah, 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 500, 500, 500, 500, 500 anywhere. You're the buyer at $400. Your bidder number is 106. 106 is your buyer.
Our final auction item for the evening, 2-night Great Northern Getaway. This is a stay at Stafford's Crooked River Lodge on the Crooked River in Petoskey. Breakfast, kayaks, paddle boats, fishing gear, 24-hour heated pool and hot tub, outdoor fire pit, indoor lodge, fireplace, and more. Package includes a complimentary wine tasting for 4 from Petoskey Farms Vineyard and Winery and an ultimate adrenaline-pumping journey with Sturgeon River paddle sports. Imagine yourself and 3 adventurous companions navigating through the rushing waters of the Sturgeon River. Each twist and turn promises an exhilarating experience like no other.
Like none other. For 4 people, okay? There you go. That's what you can buy right there. I'm at 3,000 where? I'm at 3, 3, 3, 3,000. I'm at 3, and now 3, and now 2, 2, 2, yeah, 2,000 where? I'm at 2. $1,000 low to be low enough. There's 1,000. I got 1,000, now 1,200 where? I'm at 1,000, now I'm at 1,200. Yes, 12, and now 14, 14, and 16, and now 18, 18, and now 2,000. Now I'm at 2, 2, 2, but 2,000 there. 2, 2,200, been a 2, 2, 2. I'm at 2,000, I'm at 22. Where? I got 2,000 on him. Yep, and 2,000, now 2,200. And 2,000, nobody 22, 2, 2. Yeah, blah, 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 2, 2, 2, 2. I'm at 20, nobody 2,000, now 22, nobody 22, 22, 2,200. Any of you itching to put that up? Sold it to you, sir, at $2,000 right there. Bidder number is 167. 167 is your buyer at $2,000. And, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude the live auction. And, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna shoot me, throw me out the door, but I want $500 more. And I'll tell you, I want $500 more. Honest, $500. There's a reason. $500, any way I can get it. 500 for this good cause. Number 143, how many dollars, sir? 500, you're amazing. 143, $500. And we just raised a total to fund the need and the auction of $40,000.
Bob Howe.
Okay,
Brad-
Deb, just 1 second.
Sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, many of you bid in the silent auction and you don't know if you won or not. Go back over to those tables and your number will be circled on the item that you bid on if you're the final bidder. So if, at some point in the evening, not now, but you can wander over there and you will see your number if you're the winner. Okay? Thank you. Deb?
Tremendous thank you, Bob Howe, Bradley Stoker, Epic Auctions and Estate Sales, LLC. What a delight. Rachel Swedberg is coming back up again to give out a really beautiful award.
As we close tonight, I want to take a little bit of time and honor an incredible man, David Hughes. He is this year's champion for the children, and our committee sits and looks at community members who have supported children in their communities, have supported CASA, have really made a significant difference in the lives of children. And unanimously, without question, for us this year, that was David Hughes. So we are honored to posthumously award him with our Champion for the Children. And I'd like to call Cheryl up to the stage, his wife, to accept in his honor.
Thank you, Rachel and CASA, for this amazing evening and for recognizing my husband, David. There's so much to tell him about him, and she asked me to tell just a little bit. That was kind of tough. So here goes. The people that knew him probably would say he was quite feisty, extremely intelligent, and very passionate about the things he believed in. David was a Christian, a Spartan, a leader, a mentor, and a coach, engineer, and businessman. He was an older brother, looked up to, respected, admired, and adored by his 3 younger siblings. He loved being the father of our 3 sons, Dan, Dave, and Tim, grandfather to our 7 grandchildren, and he met only 2 of our 4 great-grandchildren. He was an encourager, a safety net, and a person many people went to just for guidance. Dave was a fierce competitor. He loved playing softball, basketball, golf, and football with the boys in the backyard. His hardcore competitiveness allowed us to be successful in our road construction business, C&D Hughes, Inc., in Charlotte. He was generous, and he loved to support CASA. He especially loved the golf outings and totally loved having to get dressed up for all of the CASA gala events. Supporting CASA was an honor to him because he was passionate about the CASA mission. He saw the importance of the CASA volunteers, admired and respected them for the time, energy, and love they put into the children. You see, he could identify with these children. The volunteers are committed, loving, and caring people, and they should be the ones recognized this evening. Dave was compassionate for all those in need. He felt no one should go hungry in America, and everyone should have a safe place to call home. He also shared his blessings with and was a champion for the Sirens Shelter in Charlotte and Our Savior Lutheran Food Bank in Lansing, and just anyone that needed a hands up. If Dave were here tonight to accept this award, he would be very humbled, extremely appreciative, and totally honored. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and from my family for remembering my husband, David. And to close, the philosophy he lived his life by was, "To much is given, much is expected." Thank you.
Thank you. This is your last chance to win the grab bag of fun valued at over $200 to go shopping, enjoy local restaurants, and more. It's $10 a card or 3 for $25. We've got sellers that are going to be running around here for the last call with the cards. Where are the sellers at? Where am I seeing the sellers? All right, last chance to get those cards to win the grab bags of fun valued at over $200. You get to go shopping, enjoy local restaurants, much more. $10 a card, 3 cards for $25. You got sellers moving around here with the cards. Uh-oh, Bob's getting the microphone out again.
Yeah.
You ready for the heat? Let's go.
Test. I have my wife bought some cards, so I need to give them to somebody so they don't think there's any monkey business here. Yeah, that was probably not a good choice giving them John, but that's okay. Yes, I know that. Okay, and they're mixing, but you're going to come draw. Do you have any? Did you get any cards? I didn't. You didn't. That's. I see that. So, anyway, this is good. No, we don't know the value, but they'll get what they get. Oh. $200 in value right here. Thank you. All right, don't look. Oh, there's more coming. Oh, and there's some in the back. Oh, yes. Take a chance. One of my auction friends used to say, your last chance for romance right here. Look at all these cards that people want. Yes. What's that? I have no idea what you're saying. Okay, there's more cards over here for sale. Oh, these go in? No, those are the ones you keep. They're oh, you got them both? Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, they need to. Yeah, you won't have much of a chance if you have them both. I'm just saying. That's a half. Okay. You don't, not both halves, right? Okay. There's some more over here. This way. You're out of cards. I saw some cards behind the cashier stand. Do you have more cards? And it all goes to a good cause. Well, this is where, Deb, you've had this before, right?
I think he wants us to stretch a little bit while we get the cards. These are $10 a card. 3 cards for $25. I don't know how good they are at making change, so you might as well spend $50 and get 6 cards. So it's $10 a card.
Well, and where are the necklace sellers? Because they need to be out here at the same time, because we have a heads or tails. So where are the necklace sellers? Yep.
We can net.
So the heads or tails, if you've not played that, it's such a fun game.
Oh, yeah. All right. So that's $200 worth of prizes that we're still selling the cards for. Again, $10 a card, 3 cards for $25. And then we've got the bead sellers running around as well. Oh, yep. There we go. We got some bead sellers over there. If you want to buy some of the beads.
Okay, so, there's a guy with the beads. Good. The necklace, the heads or tails, it's a 50-50 drawing, and it's almost $800 to you.
Ooh, all right. All right, so if you're wondering what all the beads are about, you purchase the beads. It's a part of our 50-50 drawing for the evening. So far, $800 will be the take, but we're going to make more.
Right about, I think it's
more.
$775 right now. We'll sell a couple more.
We'll sell some more.
Work. And I think they're $20, I think.
$20 for the beads. $20. Is that what we're hearing? $20 for the beads?
Oh.
$25 for the beads. My apologies. $25 for the beads.
Okay.
$25 for the beads.
Okay.
And that's for the 50-50. Plus, you get to play a fun game, heads or tails.
Oh, there's so much going on. I can't keep track of it all.
I can't either. All right.
You know, I had an auction once with 1,400 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Talk about trying to keep track.
Yeah, I would think. I would think. So we still have the beads up for sale, $25.
All right, if you're a seller, the beads come over here. These are beads people, right? Over here, beads people.
If you want a shot at the 50-50.
So I'm going to give you 1 minute more or less on the cards. 1 minute more or less.
You know, I think I'm going to go get my purse, Bob, and I'm going to try this 50-50 business here.
All right. So we're going to close the card selling. If you have sellers, if you have cards that go in here, please put them in. Sir, you can put those cards away now, okay? We're going to stop that. Who has cards to put in there? One there. Cards? Anyone have cards? Cards? All right. All right. We do have bead sellers, and I believe that take is going to be over $800 to you. It may or may not be that, but it'll be really close. All right. Yeah. So, all right, I want your permission to draw because I do have 3 cards in the thing. So is it okay? I'm not looking. I have no idea. I have no sticky fingers. Okay? All right. We're drawing the card. Here we go. It is a red card. Red back. Red back is what I meant. Red back. It is a black suit. It is a club. Am I still in, John? Maybe. I hope so. All right. So it was a red card, black suit. It was a club, and it is the 8 of clubs. Oh! So I don't know where your cards are. Here's our winner. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah. So, where's Rachel? Rachel, where is his prize? Okay. Go see. Yes, please. You did? 10%. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for those donations and playing that game. Now, we're going to play another game. Or shall we use yours? The one I gave you. All right. For those of you who have not played this game, here's how it goes. If you have beads, in a minute, I will ask you to stand up. Okay? When you do, before I flip this coin, I'm going to ask you to declare whether it will come up heads or tails. Heads or tails. I'll flip the coin. We'll see what it is. If it comes up into what you selected, you remain standing. If it comes up the opposite, you sit down. We'll do that 3 or 4 times, maybe 5, whatever. We'll get down to the last couple of folks, and they will get half the money collected in the heads or tails drawing. Any questions? Well, if you have beads, please stand up. And somebody get my wife, because she bought them. Yeah, would you?
We can wait.
Yeah, maybe.
I bought some beads. I went and got my beads.
Do you have your beads?
I do. I'm ready.
Good.
Let's do this.
And you can do it on stage. Everybody see your guess.
Yeah. I'm
And
happy to.
if they think you're lucky, they're going to guess with
Ooh,
you.
Don't
Yeah.
do what I'm doing.
I know.
Go with your gut.
I know. All right. We're waiting on my beautiful bride.
I'm told it's luckier if you dance.
What? If
Luckier if you dance. When you're after you flip the coin. When we decide if you're dancing.
I'm dancing or
Well,
they're
you can
dancing?
dance.
No, I don't want to dance.
Well, then they should maybe dance if they think that'll
I
make
wanna
them
hop.
luckier. You can hop. Whatever feels lucky. Dance, hop, spin in circles.
Where did she go? Is she here yet? He went to get her. Well, yeah, I guess. I would give it to somebody to let them play for her. I guess we're just not going to do that. All right. I need a person younger than me, a lot younger. How about you? Would you come up here? So how old are you? 28. I'm about to be 79. So I'm going to ask you to pick this up off the floor. He ought to be able to do that. I so appreciate it. That's not your name. Where'd you get that? All right. So are you ready? I want you to declare heads or tails. Heads or tails. Okay. Look around. All right. The half is $875. Here we go. It is tails. Stay with me. So if you had heads, if you had heads, you had to sit down. If you have tails, you stay up. Okay, here we go again. Are you still in?
I'm out.
You're out. Doggone it.
I'm out. Yeah. No.
Oh, well. Somebody here is going to be really lucky. All right, declare heads or tails. Heads or tails. Here we go. Are you ready?
That feels lucky.
It is tails again.
Who's still standing?
So if you were tails, you're standing up. Heads, you're down. All right, redeclare heads or tails. Heads or tails. Here, just change their luck, and you flip. All righty, everybody declared. Go. It is heads. Look at here. Look at here. So, John's still in. That's nice. Okay. Here's your turn. And my friend's going to flip this time.
See, dancing's extra.
You're
lucky.
also going to pick it up. Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Here you go. It's heads! How many do I have left? I've got you, 1, 2, just 2. You 2 come up here. Up here, come on. Come on. Come on. We have Elena and Patty. And face that way. Face that way. How many sets does she have? Just one? All you can have is one. Yeah. 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 She just wrapped them around her hand. Okay. You have the honor of choosing first because there's only 2 of you. So you choose. She gets the other one. I'm going to take tails. Tails. So your heads. Go ahead. Heads. Tails. All right. Are we ready? Here we go. It is tails. Thank you, Elena. Thank you. Thank you. Now, wasn't that fun? So on behalf of Brad and myself, Epic Auctions and Estate Sales, it's been a pleasure to serve you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Brad. All right, next up, we get to hear from Melanie Bride, the board secretary. Just a note, the bar will stay open until 10 o'clock tonight. You're welcome to enjoy the bar and photo booths, mingle for the next hour. Remember, those silent auction items are at those tables in the back corner. Check out your bids for that table outside the hall as well. Bids, commitment, sales are final. Melanie Bride, the board secretary, takes it away.
Thank you so much. I also need the box back here, also a little shorty. On behalf of all of the CASA board, CASA staff, and volunteers, we just want to thank you again so much for being here tonight. We do not have an official number because you all were so generous and kept donating right up until the last minute, but I'm very proud and very honored to announce that we have a new record high for this event, and we are estimating to be about $120,000 tonight. So, and that doesn't even include our very generous donor or our matchers. Some of our employers match their employees' donations, so that is not included, and we just couldn't do any of this without you. This is obviously our biggest fundraiser of the year, but we do have an exciting new fundraiser that we're announcing this year. If you look at the very back page of your program behind your bidder number, James and the Giant Peach is a wonderful production that the Lansing Riverwalk Theater is putting on in May. If you can't attend on the evening, which is May 22nd, but you'd still like to help us in this endeavor, you can actually sponsor a child, a CASA child, or their family to attend. Only $15 to help one of our kiddos who doesn't get to do things like this all that often be able to have a really fun experience. So check that out. Tickets are available by scanning the QR code. And we just thank you so much for being here. Continue enjoying the evening. Thank you.